Eli that was going to train him. Eli that knew. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Oh, Jesus. Can you gather back from your distraction? You are still distracted. Let it cease. Be here. Be here. Now listen. Let me repeat what I said before. Because some of you are thinking that some things are just, God just look at this person and say he has calling. Because he has calling, let's give him from birth. I'm asking for your attention because that mentality will keep you behind. Some of these men of God at the face of what God is doing, they are like you. They are exactly like you. They have all of the tendencies like you. They feel every how you feel. And the way you used to feel like some people are just made, you will forever not be raised. What I love about these songs of the Lord that this guy sings, you know, who among them sang that he raises the poor from the dunghill? And it was Hannah. And he set him among the princes. Now, it is to tell you, Shola, if you don't accept that Samuel was not born with the word of the Lord, he might have been given birth to by the word of the Lord, but he was not born with it. We chase babe, even though it was prophecy that met us. There was a good time, and God could wait. God could wait. Because God is going to allow everybody to experience the parallel line, what do you call it now? The common line. Where are you hearing me? Where everybody is everybody first. Where everybody is everybody. Where everybody can be tagged the generation that God is having problem with. Those pastors, they are part of what I'm saying. There is no remnant that was a remnant. Nobody was born remnant. I said nobody was born. If he didn't chase woman, he lied. Did you hear me? Because if God does not bring everybody to human ground, he cannot raise anybody. So that no man will glory. These people are not ready for this truth. They are not ready for it. When God have a problem with a generation, everybody in that problem, that generation, has that problem with God first. See, along the line, God will be able to tell the one that is journeying with to use for the generation that I have mercy upon you. As you journey with God, he said, yes, sir. But you will look back. That's why you are at the back. Do you know why many of us and all of us are always crying, Lord, have mercy upon me? Because nobody really wants to experience where it's coming from. It's a bad place. And everybody knows how bad that place was. That's why we keep praying. Just keep me going. There was a time that Samuel was also part of the people that the word of God was cast to. Now, when I'm asking, when will you be ready for this thing? The way you are looking like there is another truth that you need. You will work well. God wants Samuel to experience what it means not to have the word of the Lord. And God was intentional, even in his devotion. God was intentional that there was a time in Samuel's life that the word of God was everybody's problem in the land. Nobody could hear him. What I love about God is you will not come and claim Sheshede that God will now begin to just disdain the former people around you. The person that was calling Samuel, the Samuel that was hearing somebody calling him, Why didn't that person just progress and say, Timba, if I call you again, just say yes, Lord? The more you distract, the more I'm going to cut this thing off. I'll just cut it off. In God's dimension, there's no dimension in God that, that overrides the places that He has left for man to do in your life. In your dealings with God, in your walk with God, God raising you. It doesn't matter how gracious God is to you. There are places that are left for common men. Everybody will get there before God takes them out. You will first get to a point of scarcity with God, even in the word of the Lord. Oh, Samuel. And then you now progress. If you are going to break that yoke, it is the same people that God is having the problem with that He will still use for you. I'm still saying, remnant was not born remnant. Remnant was born into the land. And the reason why we have remnants in the Bible is that some people were carried captive. And the ones that were not carried captive, it means everybody was once visited. Let me come here. I'm not receiving. Are you ready? You just want to become, now you want to become an apostle from the womb. That's why your life is not real with God. When you are not hearing, don't say I saw. Just say I'm not hearing. Because we can't even help you further if we don't know that you yourself, you can't hear God like everybody. Yes. So when you know that, sir, you have to be sincere to that point. If you are under somebody, even if you believe that you are more anointed than the person, to come and say, sir, it's like, don't come before the one that trains you and say, this is what it is. Say, he is like. You see, that state that people get to, that they don't want to receive training again. That's what played to them. Because they assume a point where they feel that they have learned all that they need to learn. And even the breakthrough that is needed in that generation, if they believe that they are part of what God is doing, is that the people that are on ground, they are trainees. That I read the Bible from now to generation to come, that man will still have to tell you in order for you to have breakthrough with God. That your personal devotion will never bring you to, God, what God is trying to do you is, you are not that special. It doesn't matter where you think you are with God. I will still use somebody for you. And I will use the generation you feel God is raising you up. Jesus. The story of remnants is not told. They were born in those churches. What are you saying to me? They were discipled by those people. They were pastored by those people. They were taught Bible by those same people. They were their discipleship class. Some of those people that didn't know it, they are the one that God used. There is a generation that should fear God. Who knows that we are circumcision in the spirit? We are the circumcision. And the description of this new circumcision is that, hey, we don't have strength in ourselves. We rejoice.